Okay, so this is a quick update on a Saturday, June 5th, 2021. I'm going to cover a couple of updates to the new crypto tracker sheet that you can download at luxitam.com. And I will show you where you can get that at the end of the video here. So what I want to cover really quick is the template. If any of you downloaded it, you'll notice that there's a couple problems that I've come across. Number one, in this cell right here, you'll notice that on Coinbase, what's starting to happen, which is really strange, is if you click in here, you're not going to see any formula for total cost and total out. But if you go to the template, you click right here, you see that you have a formula here and you have a formula here. And what happens is when I delete data, it deletes the formulas. So here's what I need to do. The template has, this is the template, so there's just generic exchange, not Coinbase, Binance, crypto. All of these are going to be blank. Yours might have formulas, some might have, some might not. And that's because I was clicking up here on delete to get rid of information. So here's what we're going to do. If you already have the sheet, follow along. If you don't have the sheet yet and you catch this video, you're going to get this updated version directly downloaded from luxitam.com in a few minutes after this video. So we're going to go to the template. This is correct. Everything here is good. I was wrong about having to have populated data here. You don't. You can, as long as this blue bordered box is here, and click anywhere inside of here, you can go up here and you can click form, and that form will populate. So that's okay. Now I've gotten rid of the data, but I do have the formula here and I do have the formula here. These two are the first fixes we need to do. So the first thing I'll do is I'll come across here and I'll click copy. And I'm copying that formula. I'll just actually, to do it easier, let me escape out of here and let me just highlight this formula up here. Control C, check mark, we're good. Still got the formula. And I'm going to click this right here, hold shift, click all the way to the end right here. And I'm going to go right in here into this box right here, and I'm going to click Control V on my keyboard. Bang. Oops, sorry. It won't let me do the formulas across all of them. Stand by. So I have to go to every single one of them and do it, I see. So I'll click it, Control V in here, and I'll go to this, and I'll click OK. And that's just in there now. So see, it's populated in there, so I got to go to every single one of them, and I'm going to pause the video here and do it for all of them. Okay, so every single one of these exchanges down here has the formula for total cost and total cash out. We're all good there. Now, I'm also now going to show, here's the second part. Okay, if you have your coins right here on the blue tab down here, you click reference coins. This is all dummy data, and it'll be in the downloadable version. You guys can change what you want, do what you want, but it'll all be empty and dummy data. So here's a top 100 and 110 coins, whatever coins, okay? If a coin that you just bought, now all this list of coins is here. It doesn't link to anything, but it's also here. Every single one of those coins is in here, all the way down to front. Okay, so on my exchange sheet, it's there. On the portfolio, it's also going to be here on this column right here, all the way down to front. Okay, so they're all here. Anything that's here in this list is here in the green tab and the purple tab, portfolio. Okay. These are all NA because there's nothing to reference here. The formulas are copied all the way down, but they're waiting for the next coin, next coin, next coin. Same thing here, okay? It's waiting for the next coin, next coin, next coin. You'll see how that works in just a sec. Now, back to this. So you're at Coinbase. We're going to use Coinbase as an example, and we're going to use Theta's coin as a new coin because I don't have Theta in this list. I do not have Theta. I don't believe I have Theta. Actually, I might actually have Theta. Stand by. All right, so to be really safe, we're going to pick this VFox coin right here as the coin because it's a newly added coin as of, I believe, today. Yes, today. So VFox is a coin that I guarantee you I don't have. So VFox is nowhere in here. Okay, so we're going to go to Coinbase, and let's say you've entered in a lot of transactions, Polkadot, Cardano, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, et cetera, and you come across a new coin, you bought a new coin, and you're like, ooh, it's not in my tracker. I know this coin's not in my tracker because it's a brand new coin and it's not listed in my tracker. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the process pretend like you have a whole bunch of data here, but here's a new coin that you're just now for the first time entering into this tracker. So you would click inside here, you would go up here to form, click the form on this date. So we'll do 6/5, tab down, and you're going to do VFOX, VFOX, okay? You're entering the data first of what you actually did in the real world on a real exchange, and you actually bought this token. You got the information in front of you, and now you're annotating and updating your crypto tracker offline. So you're going to buy a coins, and let's say you bought 1,000 of these tokens, and they were $1 a piece, and you paid no fees because you got lucky, and you're holding them in your Trezor. Okay? Oh, let's just keep them in Coinbase. Let's keep it simple. You're keeping them in Coinbase. Close this out. Done. Now, you see here that you bought 1,000 tokens. This calculation has occurred. That's the first step. For $1, no fees, $1,000 you spent. You can see over here that for sure you spent $1,000. And now if you had other transactions in Coinbase, then it would be totaling Coinbase's information right here, just for Coinbase. Each exchange gets their own tracking mechanism. The portfolio tracks every single thing, and same with the reference sheet. But individual tracks individual, and then it amalgamates and totals all up over here, totals up all over way up here. How much money have you spent? Boom, right there in your portfolio. So you're seeing a master of your portfolio right there, okay? So back to Coinbase. You spent 1,000, we're good. But you're going to notice here that your per exchange Coinbase ledger right here does not have that coin listed in its ledger because it's not in your master ledger, which is over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the master ledger. Bang, we're going to put in VFOX, VFOX. Okay, that doesn't connect to anything. It's just for your reference. You know that's the latest one you've added. Now go back where you bought it. Look right here. It's not there. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to go down here to your tabs of each exchange, the pink ones down here, okay? Click the first one, hold shift, click the last one, which is PancakeSwap. Bang, click it. Now they're all highlighted. You've selected all of them. In this box right here, regardless of where you're at, in exchange, Coinbase, Binance, Crypto, doesn't matter, right here, type VFOX, okay? Bang. Now let's do a little syntax. Let's go ahead and little styling. Let's turn this white. Boom. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take this right here, this first cell next to the most recent one front, which has the formula up here in it. You're going to grab it, click, your left mouse click, drag it over all the way to the end, let go. Come over here until you see the little black plus sign. Drag down, let go. Boom. You just brought information from that. You brought these formulas down to this new row because you just added it. Now click anywhere down here on any tab, portfolio. Bang, go back to Coinbase. Bang, there it is. You have 1,000 of these tokens total, okay? Because you haven't bought, sold, swapped, or whatever, which is up here. So it's totaling. Your little journal for this exchange is totaling all of these transactions over here. Now you'll notice on Binance, VFOX has been added, but of course there's no data because inside of Binance you did not do VFOX. But in fact, you have to have, with the way I built this thing, you have to have any newly bought coin on any exchange. Every exchange has to receive the new coin. Okay? Like think of it like for the future, I may buy this over at Binance or at Bittrex or at MXC. Think of it like that, even though you probably never will, but that's the way it works for the formula, and I'll show you why right now. So you've added it. It's on crypto.com. Okay? It's down here. It's everywhere. It's on any one of these right down here. You can click any one of them, and now you're going to see that it's been added because when you highlighted all these down here and did the add, drag, drop, boom, it applied that to every single one of these. Now, let's go over to reference sheet / exchanges. Click. You see we don't have it here because if you go back to our coins, the latest coin was front. Now we've added VFOX. Now we've added VFOX over here everywhere. Now we're going to go to exchanges and we're going to add VFOX. Click anywhere, bang, and it's going to populate the information because this reference sheet, now we're going to do a little syntax here. We're going to put this in the center, and bold it. Okay, so what you have here is, because this is Coinbase, and I'm going to fix this to make it so that you do this right here. Let's go view. Let's go freeze panes and click that right there. Now when I scroll, you'll see it. So you see right here, you see that VFox was bought at Coinbase, okay? But it wasn't bought here, 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 here. But they all have zeros added because we added it to every single one of these as a new coin, so you don't have these NAs staying here, okay? Because the total over here is adding up all of your exchanges where you may have bought VFox. It will calculate all of your coins that you bought at any of these exchanges and give you a grand total of coins total of VFox that you have in your life, which is represented in your portfolio, which is right here. And so now we scroll down to portfolio and you see front is the last coin. We just simply add VFox, VFOX. Boom. There's your 1,000 tokens total because you've only bought 1,000 of them currently at Coinbase, nowhere else, even though it's listed there. And now it's referenced here. Okay. And it's calculating across and then totaling. And then over here at your portfolio, it's going to represent the total of those coins across all of your exchanges. Now, here's the second thing that can occur. Let's add a new exchange, not a new coin, but one of these pink bad boys down here. Let's add a new exchange. So Pancake Swap, and we're going to add a new exchange right here. Click the plus sign. You have a blank sheet. Let's grab your template. This is step 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to call it. But now we're moving on to adding an actual exchange to your list of exchanges. You click this right here, Control C, highlights the whole page, come back to your new sheet, A1, click in that cell, Control V, bang. You have an exchange. First thing you want to do is click inside here. You want to go to table design. You want to click filter button, get rid of those buttons. You don't need them. You have a fresh new exchange, and you'll notice that those coins are not updated here. Why? Because if you go to our if you go to our coin sheet, I need to do that real quick. So that's a good chance to see this. So we're going to highlight all these tokens, Control C. We're going to go to the template. We're going to click right here and we're going to scroll down. And we're just going to simply do a right click and paste the values. And it's going to add them. Okay, now that they're all highlighted. So you should always update your template as well with your new coins. These are all have been added since I was playing with it. Now I'm just going to make sure they're all white. Okay, so that takes care of that part, and I can scroll down now. And then what I can do is I can highlight from here to here to here, and I can click this little drop-down arrow box here, go to more borders, and I can make sure that I have a border here, and a border here, and click OK, and now it looks the same. We're good. So now VFox is now in my template. So in effect, what I could do is just redo this, and now I have my template, Control C, go to my sheet, come up here, see VFox isn't here, or any of those other new ones, and let me click the whole sheet and click delete. And let me just go ahead and click Control V. I'm sorry, my bad. Let me go ahead and do this. Control C, go to my new sheet, go to A1. Oh, I see what I did. Let me just delete this sheet. Oh, you're seeing the screw up live. Let me just do this. We don't need this sheet. We're going to start from scratch. Boom. And we're going to do new sheet. And then I'm going to go back over to my template with the updated coins. I'm going to click this little arrow in the corner, Control C for copy, go to new sheet, A1, and Control V. And we're in like Flynn. You can go back over here and click escape to undo those little dots. And you can see on your new sheet, again, click here, go to table design, filter button, don't need that. Scroll down, your journal for this new exchange now includes VFox front and all these new ones right here, okay? So you can see that I need to drag all this stuff down here and just drag it straight down and let go. Okay, so the formulas have come down with that. You've updated it. Now, you could do the same thing over here at the template so that you don't have to do what I just did twice. So you just grab the most recent one, which would be these formulas right here. Let go, get the little plus sign, click, drag down, let go. Okay, so it's just following the formula down and across. Everything works. Now, you have a new exchange. Let's call this exchange, God, I don't know, XYZ exchange. Okay, this is a new exchange. We're going to right click, tab color. We'll make it the same color, pink. There it is. Boom, boom. You have your new exchange. It includes the new coins. You have nothing going on here. You rename this right here, XYZ exchange. Okay, you're in, and you have a fresh new thing. Now, here's where things get interesting. Let's say you're at this new exchange, and you go up in here and you click in here. Make sure you're inside this blue border, and then click your little form. And on this date, 6/5/2021, I bought some more. Let's say I bought some more VFox at this new exchange, and I bought 500 tokens this time, and the price was $1, and I'm holding them at XYZ exchange. Okay, close. Sure, it'll calculate it for you here. It'll calculate it for you here. It'll also calculate it for you down here. You'll notice that where we bought it before was at, where was that at? I'll just go here and find out. So VFox Coinbase. So we're going to go to Coinbase and we're going to see that didn't update it here because you didn't buy it at Coinbase this time. So it still stayed at 1,000. So now it's over here at XYZ Exchange. You got 500 here. You got 1,000 of them here. So, and everywhere I do this, I should pump this up a couple so you can see it. Okay. And then you're going to notice that your portfolio, if we scroll over here and you look at your portfolio for V, it's still 1,000, and you're still at your exchange over here. You're still at 1,000 on Coinbase, right? Because that's where you bought them. Well, here's the deal. Come over here. Remember, these are preset that I gave you, but you just added one since you've downloaded it from my site. So guess what? We ended at PancakeSwap. You need a new column. You need a new column for your new exchange. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So what you want to do, because you can see that information is not populating for VFox. So here's what you want to do. You want to right click, or you want to click right here. You want to come up here to insert. So in the totals column, highlight the whole column right here in O, wherever this is. Click insert. And right here, you're going to have a new column. Okay. You're going to come up here and just click right in there and type XYZ exchange. Okay. Now, still nothing's going to happen because it doesn't know anything. So the first thing you need to do is grab this right here, right next to it, and drag over that formula, right click and let go. Now it's got it, and then just click here. When you get that little black plus sign, double click. Boom. I'm sorry, you have to select the cell, then double click it. And it just dropped the formula all the way down. Now, do we see any information down here? We do. Now we have 500, okay, because at XYZ Exchange, we bought 500 VFox, okay? We bought 1,000 at Coinbase. We bought 500 at VFox, but it's not totaling. Why? Got to come all the way back up to the top. Now this is where we edit the formula. So click on the very first box under totals. Come over here, up here, and change this N, because it's reading from left to right. So B is where it starts at the beginning, and it comes to N, because remember, PancakeSwap was the last one. Now it's O. This is the last one. This is totaling all of these right here to the left of it. So you have to include this new column. So you click in here, come up here, click between the N and the 6, and just backspace, and put the letter O. And then click the check mark. Done. Now, this, just go right here, double click, scroll down, and you're going to see 1,500 in VFox. Bang, right there. Because now this totals formula shows and includes the XYZ exchange all the way to the left. So naturally, it's adding up any single portfolio, any single transaction totals that you have from any exchange for a total of 1,500 total VFox tokens in your overall world, your overall portfolio. Now, you can clearly see that over at Coinbase that you have 1,000. Okay, you've seen that because you did that. You went to XYZ Exchange, you got 500. Why? Because over at XYZ Exchange, you transacted, got 500. You're journaling it per exchange. You come over to the exchanges. Boom, it's totaling up now because we just fixed that. Last piece, the portfolio only shows 500. Why? Because it's only reading column 15, way up here. This is column 15, okay? This is column 15 of this sheet. So if I pump this down a tad so you can see all of them, okay? And I'm going to show you why it's column 15. In Excel, it reads every column of the table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But the total is in column 16. You don't go by these letters up here. You count the actual columns. Boom, 16. So in portfolio, saying I only see to 15 because up here in your code, it says comma 15. So click right at the 15, backspace, make it column 16. Click this right here. And actually what you should do, and I'm sorry that I didn't do this just a second ago, click at the very top to the very first one, not down one down there, this one, and I'm sorry, change this to 16, okay? Change that to 16, hit the check mark, so it's updated it, the little handle, turn it to a black plus, double click, okay, you just sent it all the way down and changed it from column 15 on this sheet down here to column 16 is where the totals are, so now your total will be 1,500. Bang, because I just told this to now stop reading over here at exchanges, column 15, I want you to read column 16. And that's where the total sits, so it gets reflected in your portfolio balance. This sheet is here to give you this number right here. That's all that sheet is for. This is the main sheet you should always be looking at for grand totaling is your portfolio because it's got your money spent, how much you cashed out, what your profit is, what your tax liability is, what asset do you have, how many of those do you have total in your life from all these exchanges added up. What's the current price of it? You can enter this data yourself with current pricing, or you can get a feed to come in however you wish. Same with this right here. And then I have calculations here, here, and off we go. So that was all I wanted to hit you with today. Kind of a long video for an overhead view of this type of stuff. If anyone has any questions, leave a comment below this video and I will answer it to the best of my ability. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll be talking to you next week. Got some good things coming up. You take it easy.